I can't believe that an unreleased video, one that I was never planning on releasing, chronicling the top 10 worst songs on Now 50, I can't believe the response. I don't know why you guys love having me talk shit about pop crap, but thank you. I appreciate that. You guys indicated that you wanted me to continue to do this on a video that was never going to be released, that I actually only uploaded because of the people in the Cover Killer Nation Facebook page, which if you're not a part of, you should be. Check out the link. It's the first link that you're going to see in the description box below. Pop on over and join the fun, have your voice heard. It may actually, make a difference in whether or not I release something or not. This was never going to see the light of day. 3,500 views later, I'm doing it again. And that's over the course of just a couple of days. So, I understand that whenever I posted that video, Now 51 had already been out. In fact, it's been out for about a month. So, let's talk about the 10 worst songs on that album. How about we do that? Because I have to hear this shit all the fucking time too. So, let's do it. What's interesting about this is that there's going to be two moments on this countdown where two are going to be kind of compressed into one, or one into two, or some shit, I don't fucking know. And it starts right here at the base, right here at the bottom. Number 10, Already Home by A Great Big World, and number 9, Classic by MKTO. The reason why I have such a problem with both of these pieces of crap, first off, Classic by MTKO I actually used in a different video, talking about, how terrible that the teen boy group thing-of-a-walk that's going on right now is kind of getting, whenever you have to create little taglines, oh, she's so classic, she's so perfect, blah, 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 blah. And what sucks about this and the Great Big World song is that both of them have been featured on Now before. Right, they have been. MKTO was featured on Now a couple of Nows ago as a rising artist. And now, in the course of a couple of Nows, it's a lot of Now, they have now apparently been upgraded to the main roster of no longer being an emerging and developing artist. Now they have developed. Now they are here. Ta-da. Poof. Thank you so much. Thank you for basically saying with this pick on your album, hey, look, guys, we were right. Fuck you. That's a lazy pick. Do a little bit better with Now 52. As far as A Great Big World is concerned, they were here in the developing artists a couple of Nows ago. Then they emerged whenever Say Something came out that they did with Christina Aguilera. And on Now 51, with this song Already Home, they're back down to being emerging artists. So they were here, then they were here, and now they're back down here. So it's like they emerged, they're okay, now they're on top of the world, and go back down. It's like a fucking confused as shit minor leaguer who finally gets his shot in the majors, does something great, does something that everybody fucking can respond to, like throws a no-hitter, or, strikes out Barry the fuck Bonds, and then something bad happens, and they're like, back to the minors with you, asshole. What's dumb about this is that this makes it seem like the only reason why A Great Big World was allowed on the main roster of the Now that they were on, I think it was 48 or 49, was because they did the song with Christina Aguilera. Almost as though, even though it read A Great Big World, Say Something featuring Christina Aguilera, the Now people were saying, it's a new Christina Aguilera song, fuckers. It's not, and the band still sucks. Number 8, Play It Again by Luke Bryan. For those of you who missed it, that was number 10 and number 9. Please follow more closely. Pay attention. There will be a test. Luke Bryan, I've talked about before, essentially is just partying constantly, non-stop. And for some strange reason, everybody wants to know about it. Everybody wants to hear how it's going. They want the chronicles of the party, which is every Luke Bryan album imaginable. He's Jimmy Buffett. He's Kenny Chesney. There you go. Play It Again very, very nicely illustrates everything that I feel is wrong with modern contemporary country music. It is the most illogical, it is the most unbelievable, perfect best case scenario that could ever happen, period. Seeing a girl, and then having her hear a song that she's wanted to hear all day long, and having her want to dance with you based around that, just because you're there. Just because you're there and you said hello, now she hears the song and now she wants to dance with you. And now it leads to you guys having a relationship. And then you play it on your guitar. Or excuse me, I missed the verse. You drove around and now you're in her place and then it comes back on and then you play it on the guitar and it's supposed to woo her and everything's great and blah blah blah. Ideal case scenario, this is what happens. You walk up to a girl, she hears this song, and all of a sudden, you become non-existent. Now it's just her and the song, and she's looking over at you like, why the fuck are you watching me dance, you creepy son of a bitch? Please go somewhere else and creep on somebody else who's listening to a different song. You look like the rejected spawn of Jimmy Buffett and motherfucking Brantley Gilbert. Die. This song is more than just the fact that it's so frickin' ridiculous. It's the fact that it sounds, and I mean tonally, musically, like any other contemporary country song that you hear today. Formula is one thing, but tonal formula, I don't get why people like this stuff. It all sounds the same. So I guess if you like one and you're of the simple mind, you're going to like all of country music. Congratulations, you're a moron. Number 7. Number 7 is Maybe, which was done by Triana Taylor, which also features Pusha T and Yo Gotti. This is annoying because it's very strange. It's one that really doesn't have much purpose. This is one of those developing artists, so I have to give a little bit of slack, but it's one that just kind of bugs me. It's a song that is not ruined necessarily by any of the rappers, by Pusha T or Yo Gotti. There's no annoying lines. This is not a repeat of Dark Horse by Katy Perry, which is ruined by Juicy J and Katy Perry and just about everything else. This is instead just one that feels mediocre. It feels like just a mediocre pick. It was one where they tried to pick something that would best display what this woman was able to do. She has a decent enough voice, but the song feels like it goes conceptually nowhere, and it just kind of, it irritates me. It makes me feel like this is one that got on just so they could get a Pusha T and Yo Gotti reference on the same album, because Pusha T and Yo Gotti are both artists that are selling pretty well right now. Pusha T's last album did very well, and Yo Gotti has had a sleeper hit this year. So this almost feels kind of like, you know, they're just including this to get those two names out there. And on the album, that way other people can, you know, find out who they are. So, I don't have a big rant for this one. It's just not one that's all that good, but she's there, so I had to include it. Number 6, speaking of Katy the Fuck Perry, we have Birthday by Katy the Fuck Perry. Does Katy Perry need to have a song on every now? I forget if we asked this question beforehand. I think it was Bruno Mars. Guess what? Bruno Mars does not have a song on this now. It's almost as though they listened to me, even though the video that I released for Now 50 came out before Now 51 did. It's almost like, I don't know. Katy Perry now has basically had a song on the past like 27 nows, at least that's how it feels. And now they're getting to really scraping the bottom of the barrel. The best part about this song is Katy Perry sensually saying happy birthday. And the whole thing is just one gigantic allusion to birthday sex. Which, if you consider the way that someone like Katy Perry looks, probably sounds like a rather enticing offer. It probably sounds like going from a TV dinner, which is who you're dating now, to going to, you know, $3,000 restaurant, lace, chandeliers. There's a song called Chandelier on this album, but it didn't make the list because Sia actually has a, you know, decent voice. And yeah. It just sounds like such a nice upgrade. But it's terrible. And the beat. Katy Perry somehow gets the greatest beats and just wastes them. Literally, you can do anything with this chorus. You could write any lines that you want. I actually could do it better, in my opinion. Boy, you are so lucky, 'cause I am so slutty. I will strip for you, then you will have lots of sex with me, 'cause I am so shitty. Then I won't call you and fuck your friends. See, there you go. You could do that to the beat. You could recite fucking poetry. You could recite, Edgar Allan Poe shit. You could decide to read sports scores. You could read the obituary of your grandfather, and it's all going to work with that beat. It's la 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 la. It's just like that na 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 that we talked about on the last video. It's just that irritating thing that you've probably done as a kid. It's not exactly a difficult melody. So they're basing songs off of simple shit, and that's why these people are getting hooked. Because it's simple shit that they recognize, especially people from my generation. Oh, good God, you're a bunch of fucking morons. Grow some fucking balls. Number 5, I have a problem with this. I do. It's Problem by Ariana Grande and Iggy Azalea, and probably some other fucker. Whoever does the chorus, that one last problem without you. Whatever. I like this song. I like the song because I like Ariana Grande. Read that as, I like this song because I have a crush on Ariana Grande, but let's move on. Ariana Grande has a phenomenal voice. She's very talented, and by basis of construction, has some fairly decent taste. She knows what she's capable of, and some people are starting to compare her to Mariah Carey, saying that she's this generation's variety of the vocal range that Mariah Carey boasted, which it's not quite that ridiculous, but I can understand where they're coming from. Iggy Azalea ruins this song. If you could splice out the Iggy Azalea part, which I have heard remixes without Iggy on this track, this song is flawless and doesn't make this list. Ariana Grande, if you're watching this, my dear, I love you, but I had to put you on this list because of Iggy Azalea. You have done nothing wrong. You are on this list by association. And that's always terrible. Think about it. This is similar to walking in on, your dad murdering 7 people and then being thrown in jail because you watched your dad murder 7 people. You're guilty by association. That's all the more you're guilty of, dear. You have a lovely voice. This is a tremendous song. I love what you're able to do. But if you're friends with Iggy Azalea, unfriend her. Don't follow her on Twitter anymore. Just distance yourself. By the way, number 4 is Fancy by Iggy Azalea, because this song is garbage. That's all the more I have to say. You're not fancy. You're not the realists. You're a big flaming pile of goat vomit that came over from Australia and went to Miami. Guess who's from Miami? Fucking Pitbull's from Miami, and he's been reporting live for generations. It's really what it feels like up to this point. It feels like he's been reporting live ever since the fucking Civil Fuck War. Iggy, this track sucks. Charlie, you're not fancy. You're a trashy hoe too. Please go and fuck each other and fuck yourselves right out of the mainstream spotlight. Number 3, She Looks So Perfect by 5 Seconds to Summer. I haven't talked about these little jack-offs yet, so it's time for me to do that. She looks so perfect standing there in her American Apparel underwear, or whatever fuck brand it is. It could be Fruit of the fucking Loom, and it could be Michael Jordan for all I care. This song is garbage and trash. I once had somebody tell me. Had someone tell me, speak to me words came out of their mouth that said, you know that 5 Seconds This Summer is a punk band, and they're influenced by the Ramones. Now, I can't say for sure that they were not influenced by the Ramones. I can't say that, because only they know who they were influenced by. But I can tell you one thing, they're not a punk band. They're nowhere close to a punk band. If a punk band heard them say, we're a punk band, 5 Seconds to Summer would be 6 feet under. And I don't mean the death metal band. This song blows. Number 2, Wild Wild Love. Oh look, it's Pitbull! He's reporting live on this list now! Maybe it hasn't been since the Civil the Fuck War. Maybe it's been since the American Revolution. Maybe it's been since the Crusades. Maybe Pitbull is the reason that Christ got crucified. He's truthfully Judas. You just see him there in the painting of The Last Supper, and he's over there with his money saying, with a little speech bubble, reporting live. There's your next meme, motherfuckers. I just gave you gold. I shit it out and I give it to you. I don't keep it for myself in a little hoard. I'm a giving individual. Pitbull didn't give me shit. All that he has given me is another song to rant about, considering nothing that Pitbull has ever done has appealed to me. This song certainly does not change that opinion. And whatever comes out on the next Now from Pitbull, where he's reporting live, will not do anything else to change my mind. But it's still at number 2. What's number 1? Really Don't Care, or Don't Care, by Demi Lovato, Cher Lloyd. Cher Lloyd had that One Shoe Back song that was annoying as piss. Demi Lovato really hadn't done anything to piss me off until now. This song is supposed to be all about recovering from a breakup. It's supposed to be basically saying, you don't want to be with me anymore? Fuck you. Cool message. It's one actually that a lot of people need to hear, because a lot of people take things really hard and really irrationally. And they do it on social media, and it drives people that are just trying to go through there and see a couple of cat videos fucking bananas. It drives us crazy. Cats are cute. Fuck you. But this song has somehow taken it to that level where you kind of expect Demi Lovato and Cher Lloyd to be, jumping on a bed, acting like a bunch of 11-year-olds in their underwear. You kind of expect that. It's almost like they're saying, fuck you guys, we're just going to become lesbians. That's really all that we're going to do. We're going to have that night, and then that's going to be it. This song is kind of pointless. The message was going to be good. The execution was horrible. These two have no chemistry. There's no duality. And in fact, the first time I heard this song, I didn't even realize Cher Lloyd was even fucking on it. So basically, for the first couple of times that I heard it, I thought that Cher Lloyd was basically just, in the background while Demi was singing the song and had done nothing and was getting a paycheck for it. And it made me really, really mad. But then I realized that she is on the song. And she's still not doing all that much, which makes me really, really mad. This song is garbage. If you like this song, there's a very good chance that I know a couple landfills that are looking for, tenants. The rent is cheap, motherfucker. You can get cable out there. Just ask the homeless. So there you go. 10 terrible songs. Now 51. I'm thinking after this one, you're still going to want me to do it. So, once Now 52 arrives, you know where I'll be. Thank you and good night.